Now, yours is going to be all about balance. And it's going to be a big balance of self-worth, what you really want. Because as I was shuffling, honestly, I heard boredom. Okay. I did hear boredom, and then of course the Knight of Pentacles jumps out. Doesn't matter what sign they are, but the way that they move is just not romantic. And for a Cancer Leo cusp, that can be a bit of a challenge. Your Cancer side, of course, is very romantic, and Leo likes the passion, and they don't necessarily, like this slow approach, even though your Cancer side is kind of patient, but I feel like your Leo side is kind of strong. So what the universe is wanting you to do, because the crystal that we have for you is the ametrine, and that's balancing masculine and feminine energies, okay? A feminine side is your creativity and inspires you, but it's also your more passive side, and your masculine or your aggressive side holds the confidence here. Okay. So overall energy is just some instability. I feel like when it comes to, it could be the Leo energy that you're dealing with. And some of you could already be in a relationship or a connection that is not working for you. And it has to do with, it's like a dominant type of submissive thing that you guys are struggling with if you are in that type of energy, because in the shadows we have, you need to value your self-worth. Okay. Sometimes this energy can get too accustomed to trying to run and control things because they're very systematic. Okay. But I also feel like you're not being able to emotionally express yourself the way that you want to with the people who are coming into your energy, because they're not romantically driven. That's the problem. Okay. The person that you're with, or the energy that you're dealing with, you are in the Page of Cups. It's like you're not pushing romance on anybody. You're not pushing your ideal of love or how you want to be, really treated. You're being actually very passive. This is a very shy type of energy, which is weird because Leo, your Leo side is everything but shy, honey. So we're needing to balance our own self so we know exactly what it is. What is the recipe for our love? Okay. All right. And also oscillation, it has to deal with, and this is what you guys will struggle with, is balancing your masculine and feminine energy, knowing when to be aggressive and knowing when to be passive, because oscillation has to deal with kind of your vibration. Okay, your vibrational energy, your fluctuation of things. So one minute you're kind of this way and another minute you're kind of that way. So you have to get it into alignment. Vibration is going to be very, very important to you when it comes definitely to love and romance, but into other areas of your life too. It's just more than this. But yeah, the balance is thrown off here. I'm hearing unconventional. I'm hearing boring. And anytime that you're in a page energy, you could be curious as to what else is out there beyond where you already are. Okay. All right, let's go. Because, just to give you an example here, your Cancer side here, you're the feeler, right? This is your feminine energy with the Cancer energy. That's the feminine side of you. And they like to nurture. They're very intuitive and they're very emotional. Then your Leo side, which is your more masculine side, which would probably more so take control if it needed to. They're, the warmth and the generosity, but also the actors, the little drama part of you here. Okay. So to be able to cater to all of that, this would kind of be the total opposite. Okay. They love, they feel, they commit a lot differently than you. So I don't care what sign it is, but their traits are kind of showing up as just like kind of polar opposite. All right. They are actually a feminine energy. Okay. So somebody may have to take control. If both of you are in a more passive feminine, that means nothing is moving the way that it needs to move to further a committed relationship. Okay. And you're kind of laid back, relaxed, and let things, happen as they happen. But this person is more of a perfectionist. They are more of a critic, even an inner critic here. Okay. They're very analytical. They look at every detail of something, and the Cancer and Leo, this side of you doesn't look at it like that. you're not really critical when it comes to the art of romance. It's about nature and naturally letting things flow. Okay? You don't pay attention to the details as much maybe as this person, but like I said, they're not really romantically driven at this time. That's throwing things off, or that would throw things off if you don't know this person, or you're dating and you're wondering, what is the problem? Oscillation is about vibration. It's about kind of swaying from side to side. So one way we're this way, another way. We have to get that in alignment with each other here. Okay? Because we do have the Eight of Swords here, and that's kind of, being, but this is, it's in reverse. So we're coming to conclusions. This is finally coming to conclusions. Getting out of a situation where it's all about you can't express yourself the way that you want to. Okay? Because it's not open to you. The person that you're dealing with, that door that you're wanting of freedom, freedom to do as you please, this person, they keep this box or square around themselves to where it's hard to kind of get to them. Okay? Their art of love is different from your art of love. Okay? And it's like you don't want to step on any toes. And it's not that they don't want to step on any toes. They just are not a masculine energy that means to force a situation. They kind of have that nonchalant, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. More so you have the passion to make something, or want to have to make something work for you, right? And so what the universe is saying is this definitely needs change, but they're saying there may be different opportunities out there because I have the will, but the will is stuck. We cannot really jump into new experiences or take a chance or risk on something else because we're getting out of this. So it's all good. We're getting out of this, but they're kind of saying let different things roll in for you. You may need to take your curiosity elsewhere. You need emotional freedom. And the challenge is making that decision. But your challenge, if you are dealing with a person like this and you don't want to step out, some people don't want to step out. They want to keep working through this. And I don't feel like it's anything, but you need to know you need to balance. Somebody has to take, control some type of way. Both people can't be passive. This is where your relationship passes you by. Okay? So it's trying to manage both you and them. The way that they operate, the way you operate. Trying to hold things together. How long do you possibly think you can do that? Do you think it will get better? For some people, it will. For some people, it's saying, it has to be some changes made here. Maybe some risk taking, taking advantages of possible new opportunities that come into foot for you, okay? And what happened in the past, like I told you, it's the way they love versus the way you love. Okay? It's this person, instead of telling you, they just do for you. They'll buy you something. They rather buy you something than apologize. They rather buy you something than talk about something sensitive. They rather just go on a date and kind of smooth over or ignore things that need to be paid attention to, but yet they pay attention to other things that really just don't need that much examination. Okay? And we saw this. We saw the changes because some of you, the relationship was fine. The connection was fine. The people that were coming were okay. But there began to be a shift. And this shift is trying to show you a lot. Okay? This is more a physical force with the Tower energy. This is seeing with sight. This is an action. This is something really happening in real life. It's not behind the scenes. It's what was shown to you already. But what we're failing to really accept. Okay. So that's so good to see. So what we are coming into is that Balancing masculine and feminine energies, we begin to do that with the temperance. Some of you begin to negotiate and compromise with your partner that you're dealing with. Others of you, you go within. This is all you. This is all you. This is your oscillation. This is getting your vibrations aligned mentally, physically, and emotionally. That way you have this peaceful way instead of this more forceful, chaotic way of doing things. Okay? Okay, definitely a card of healing, but in the most peaceful way. This is a peacemaker. But for some of you, how long are you going to try to make peace with something? That's another question that you have to ask yourself there. But everything becomes balanced. That is so freaking good to see. Negotiations, compromising. Some of you definitely just taking a step back and focusing on your energy. Getting yourself together that way, because a lot of this has to do, whether you're in a connection or not, whether you're dealing with somebody or not, like I said, somebody has to be assertive. Somebody has to show dominance. Somebody has to put their foot down. Somebody has to be firm. You're dealing with two passive individuals. You're either, and then it's one of those things where you're either passive at the same time or you're going to be aggressive at the same time. That has to be fixed. That has to be aligned. But it looks like everything is corrected. So whatever happened in the past that rooted just this uproar, it does become balanced. Things become fixed. That's really, really good to see. So I want to see what the thoughts and energy that is going around to. Okay, what we have coming out, okay. Personality clash. Okay, I told you. I mean, that's what I've been preaching. These cards just clarify for me. I know what I'm talking about. All right, so it's just like a clash of personalities. Some of you come into maybe a better energy for you, possibly a Sagittarius or a Libra. Okay. Doesn't have to be, but I do see for those of you who this is not working for you or you're trying to move past this, there is a soulmate energy trying to come in. Some of you also have a friend around you that is a soulmate. It may not be anything romantic, but they come and they help you balance out whatever this chaotic energy is going in. They're your temperance. They're your angel. They come and they help you correct this situation here. Okay. So how to get over this or how to move past this energy here. It is your Leo energy coming out, and that I told you that's your masculine energy. This is more of this is an ideal of fixing it. You're in a fixed energy, which means your determination is going to be everything. Your determination leads to your outcome. The passive stuff has to go. It really, really does. This oversensitive nature. Okay. And if we are to go the other way, we still have that instability, which makes perfect sense. So if we decide to ignore, the certain issues that are going on, we still have this stop and go relationships or coming into people who is just stop and go and we don't seem to get along. Okay. And this is crazy because this is both Leo energy. Okay. Both of these are Leo energy. We have the lust card, which is just known as your strength card as well. But this energy has no problem speaking up, being free, and, also mature. Definitely self-worth, though, because they went in and they've understood themselves and what it is that they need. But this Leo, they ignore all the signs, all the red flags, and their energy is just, it's taking it. This is the oscillation. Vibrating equally leads you to a more promising outcome. Vibrating all over the place, swaying would cause frustration. What is that imbalance here? Okay. So your sign, your cusp energy really has a major impact this month, all right? So thank you for your time. Have a blessed one.